What do you do when you're coming home late at night and you're stuck on the side of the road and your tire blows out? Well, first you're going to want to check it. There. That means that one of the tires needs to be changed. So you want to go out and look. Check the tire. Yep, it needs to be changed. First thing you're going to want to do is look at your tires and see exactly all what you need. Most of the time, they include all the tools you need underneath your passenger seat or in the back seat of your car. If you're in the car, it's going to be in your trunk underneath a certain mat. However, mine is underneath my seat because I am in the truck. So you will get it out. Get all the stuff out of the way. You'll get it out. Usually it's just a tire, just like this. But with my truck, I have a certain key lug because I have oversized tires. So you need one of these to fit onto this thing right there. Second thing you're gonna need is a jack. Get yourself a nice jack stand, or if you're on the side of the road, the car usually has a jack for you. It's not that good of a jack, but it'll work. They have it in the owner's manual exactly where you need to put your jack at. You can find your owner's manual in your glove compartment. But I already know where mine is because I've had to change the tire a couple times. So let's get to it. I have it like to put mine right underneath this right there. Right underneath this AR. Once you have your desired location where you want your jack, you're going to want to lift up the jack. Just like this. Making sure you get it right in the perfect spot. Mine is just right there, right on that A-pillar, that A-arm. I'm going to start lifting it up. Tires going to start coming up and down. But I'm not going to lift it entirely up yet. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get my tie iron and my key nut. And I'm going to break loose all my bolts. It takes a little while to put on. You may need to give it a little push or two. Once they are all broken down, you can lift the rest of your truck up. Remember to go in a star rotation. So I broke this one first, I'm gonna break this one, and then you're gonna wanna break this one, then that one, this one, then that one, then this one, then that one. As I am breaking them, they get looser. So then, whenever I finish lifting the truck, all I have to do is go in and finish loosening them up. And now I am on my last nut of breaking. So once you get them all broken, you're gonna come back to your jack and finish lifting it up. It don't have to be super high. Your wheel just has to be able to start spinning. So you can come over here, grab your wheel. If it spins like that, you're good to go. Once you get up here, some of them may be able to just come off with your finger. So you just take the rest of them, you just start taking them off. Once you get them all off, it don't matter what rotation you take them off in. It just matters what rotation you go in tightening and loosening them up. In my vehicle, I didn't loosen all of these up when I was breaking them, so I had to go back and finish loosening them up with the tire iron. Pretty easy now because they're all broken loose. So now they just kind of just spin freely. So it doesn't matter now what order you go in. Of course, just loosen them because you already broke them. Or make sure that whenever you were taking off your lug nuts, that you do not let them just roll around. Just place them down on the ground so you don't lose them. And sometimes they don't want to come off because of the wheel coming already off, so you have to push the wheel in and then finish taking off the last lug nut. Once you get all your lug nuts off, now you can take your tire off. It usually takes 2 hands because sometimes it's kind of heavy. And then roll it to the back of your vehicle. Once you have your tire off, you roll it to the back of your vehicle where your spare is. Because most spares in a vehicle is in your trunk. And most spares on a truck is underneath the bed. I'm going to get my spare out by putting a little tool they gave me in here and lowering my spare down from right here. Got my spare down, so take this back to the front, put it back on. You are going to want to line up the bolts that your lug nuts screw on with the holes of your wheels. This takes a little bit because some wheels are kind of heavier than others. Mine is pretty dang heavy. So I'm going to sit on the ground because that's how I get it up in the air. Push it in until it's right there. Once I get it close, I'm going to rotate it a little bit. Push it in some more. And now that it's right on there, now I can lift it up onto the bolts. I like to go through and tighten them down with my fingers because it doesn't take a lot of time to tighten them down with the tire iron. It's pretty easy. Just go through, tighten them down with your fingers as much as you can. Make sure you put them all on right here. Like I said, it doesn't matter which order you go in. I just like to go side to side, up, down, first 4, and then the other 4, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter until you tighten them down. Okay, I have them all tightened down with my fingers. So now I'm going to let the jack lower down the jack so my tire don't spin whenever I come through and I tighten them up. So I'm gonna start on this one. Tighten it up as much as you can. You want them as tight as you can, or else when you're driving down the highway, it's just gonna come right off. All the lug nuts will come right off, and then your tire will go to the side of you. So I start with this one. Now I'm gonna do this one right here, and then when you tighten one down, it usually makes all the other ones where you can tighten them down with your fingers again, because it push the wheel to the back. So I'm gonna go through and tighten them all down with my fingers again. Now that they're all tightened down with my fingers, I'm gonna come back to this one because I started with this one, and I'm gonna start tightening it. See how I don't have to tighten it as much because it's pretty dang tight on there. Start with this one, tighten this one. Come over to this one, tighten this one up. Come down to this bottom one, tighten this bottom one up. I have to get my key again because I have to tighten this one up. Put that one on there. Start tightening it up. And then now I just need to tighten this one and this one up, and we're good to go. And then you want, after you tighten them up, you're going to want to go through all of them one more time. Make sure they're on there nice and tight. Now I'm gonna go through, make sure they're all tightened. So start on this one right here. Pull up as much as you can. Go to this one. Put it on there. Pull up. Go to this one. Put it on. Pull up. Go to this one. Put it on. Pull it up. There's this bottom one down here. Put it on. Pull up. Get the key nut. Put it back on there. Tighten it. So we got that one. We got this one. And this one left. So we're gonna put it on. Lift up. Put it on. Lift up. And boom. Just like that. You tie it back on. You're ready to go back. Here's your patch. Got everything done. You're gonna want to put all your tools back up in your vehicle just where you found them.